What if you spend your life lighting others and forget your own light? In a narrow street, there was a tiny shop where lanterns were born. The whole place smelled of paper, ink, and warm glue. It was filled with wooden tables, stacks of colored paper, brushes of all sizes, and a quiet, comforting hum. Overhead, warm yellow bulbs cast a gentle glow on everything. The lantern maker's daughter grew up under their soft light, watching her father create beautiful worlds out of simple materials. She learned the secrets of folding paper just right, mixing colors that told stories, and tying knots that would never come undone. Every festival, people came to their little shop with their wishes and dreams. A bright red lantern for love, please, one would say. A golden one for good fortune. Another would request. The street outside would be filled with happy voices and the sounds of celebration. And the shop was always at the center of it all. The daughter worked tirelessly. She cut, painted, and tied strings until her fingers ached and her back was sore. She loved seeing the smiles on people's faces as they carried their glowing lanterns away. But in all the hustle and bustle, she rarely ever kept one for herself. Her hands were always busy making light for someone else. At night, when the last customer had gone and the shop was finally closed, she would retreat to her small room at the back. It was a simple, quiet space with just a bed, a small desk, and a window that looked out onto the glowing street. Through the glass, she could see the beautiful lanterns she had made hanging in other people's homes, casting a warm, festive light. But inside her own room, it was almost dark. The light from the street barely reached her walls, leaving everything in soft shadows. Her own space was untouched by the magic she created for the world. One evening, just as a festival was beginning, an old woman came to pick up her finished lantern. It was a beautiful piece, painted with delicate flowers. As the woman held it, its light made her face look kind and wise. She looked from the lantern to the girl, her eyes sharp but gentle. "And where is your light, child?" she asked softly. The question was so unexpected. The girl just laughed it off. "Oh, I'm too busy helping everyone else get theirs," she replied with a polite smile. The old woman nodded, took her lantern, and left. But her question stayed behind, echoing in the quiet shop long after she was gone. That night, for the first time, the girl didn't go straight to bed. When the street was quiet and everyone was asleep, she went back into the workshop. She took out the best silk paper, the kind she saved for special orders, and picked up the softest brush. Her hands moved differently this time, not with the speed of a worker, but with the care of an artist creating for herself. She didn't paint the usual symbols of luck or love. Instead, she drew patterns she had only ever seen in her dreams: tiny stars, gentle waves, and small, secret wishes. She built a lantern just for herself, with colors that felt like her own heart. When it was finished, she took it to her dark little room. With a slightly trembling hand, she lit the small candle inside. As the flame caught, a warm, red-gold light filled the space, and everything changed. The shadows moved back, and the plain walls suddenly looked kinder, softer. She looked at her reflection in the window, her eyes shining in the gentle glow. For the very first time, she wasn't just the person who gave light to others. She was also someone who had light. It was a quiet, personal warmth that belonged only to her. From that day on, she still made lanterns for others. She worked just as hard, and the shop was just as busy. But she never again worked from an empty room. Her own lantern always hung in her window, its soft light a constant, comforting presence. Her work changed too. People started to notice. "Your lanterns feel different now," they would say. "They seem warmer, more alive." They didn't know her secret. They did unknow that she had finally learned a simple truth. When you protect your own light, the light you give to others grows stronger too. Learn English with stories. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe for more.